name is Roman Stilling. I'm a neurobiologist by training, but have turned completely to science communication and work for the initiative Tierversuche, verstehen, which is understanding animal experiments in Germany.
Hello, I'm Johannes Beckers. I'm a researcher at Helmholtz Munich. I have my own research group here. We work on diabetes, and I'm a geneticist by training, and I teach genetics at the Technical University in Munich. What is Fables, Fur and Facts? That's our podcast, and in that podcast we talk about the amazing science of biology, and we talk about animal experiments that are required sometimes still for great biological discoveries.
And why did we call it Fables, Fur and Facts? I remember that your son was involved.
He was involved in developing this name. So in German, it's Fabeln, Fell und Fakten, and you can translate it into Fable, Fur and Facts. And the fables stand for the myths that are around commonly regarding animal experimentation and against which we have to fight with facts, and the fur is for the animal experiments that we do.
Together, this makes up Fables, Fur and Facts. For me, starting science communication goes back a long while. Actually, I started science communication probably during my PhD work already, and I visited the first science slam. And I thought like, oh, I'm going to do that too. And that's when the career started, basically.
Okay, so you have been a science slammer already for quite a few years, huh?
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
And Johannes, why did you start science communication?
Well, yeah, that's a good point. I think I have two answers. First answer is it's the fascination for biology. And I think we convey this very often in our podcast, that what drives us to do this is really that we are fascinated by biology, by all the forms of life that we have on Earth, and all these fantastic mechanisms that are still discovered today. I think that's part one of my answer, and part two is I have to do it for teaching at the university. That's how it started with me. That I had to communicate science, not to the public, but to the students.
And in both of these parts, we actually try to, or you actually try to convey this fascination to other people, right?
I try. Yes, I do. That's a difficult question. I think what we are trying to do in our podcast is to base things on facts. We are looking at numbers, we are looking at results, we are looking at data. We try to interpret it and get a message out of this. So to be on a very factual base, but I think we don't leave emotion completely out. So if we find something completely fascinating, we say it, we talk about it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think also the basis from which we start is what we often try to repeat during the podcast is we try to talk about the science. We try to talk about the biology, the mechanistic research that's actually happening. And then we try to say, well, animals have been playing a part in this, and what type of research is being done, what is the process, the methods that are behind this. And try to start from the science side.
I think it's mostly because it's a very simple, technologically, a very simple platform. And so everybody can do it essentially because we have the tools at hand. And you are in total control of the content if you do it like we do, in this two-man business.
We were just talking to each other.
Exactly,
that also helps avoiding jargon, for example, and making it really worthwhile to listen to this. And you get, the facts and the science and all the background, but you also get the human situation that exists between you and me.
Exactly. Yeah, I think being authentic is very important to make a podcast.
I think for me, it's the fascination for podcasts is really that you can listen to it all the time, whenever and wherever. You don't need to read things. You don't need to watch videos where you are basically really focused on that. But you can, you know, while you're driving to work, while you're doing your laundry, you can listen to podcasts. And I think that's a perfect way to, you know, get stimulation while doing very boring things.
Yes, exactly. I think that's a good answer.